Stop being a drama queen or a drama king. My fellow artists, how we love drama. It actually, we revel in it. It's what makes great art when we fuel it with what we create. But we don't have to live in drama in order to create an empowered life as an artist. Hello, everybody. My name is Jesse Dvorak. If you're not familiar with me, I make videos on this channel to support artists like yourself. Hit the subscribe button, share your thoughts, and on this very illuminating topic that we're going to go through today, which is the drama triangle. Oh, and by the way, I switched up my backdrop. I like this a lot better. My last video was trying the green screen. I didn't like it. It just felt cheesy. So let me know what you think. I prefer natural. Also in editing, dealing with the green screen is kind of a nightmare. Anywho, moving on to what we're going to talk about today. And like I said, one of the greatest gifts that we have as artists is to embellish drama. Things that people live in day to day, highlighting the depth of a flower or the pain of conflict in a relationship. We translate these things and we display it, and it creates deep human connection, emotional connection through the pains and joys that we all experience in day-to-day life. And I love that about being an artist. However, if you want to actually develop a life and an income and a living being an artist, you need to learn how to separate yourself from that experiential drama that is life and remove that into being more conscious of how you're developing your career as an artist. So living in the drama triangle will keep you trapped in one of three identities. And I'm going to go through those in a second. And they will ultimately leave you very unsuccessful and very unfulfilled because you're just in this perpetual cycle. And I'm pulling the idea of the drama triangle from this book. This is the 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership. And I'll put a link to this in the description below. I wish I was getting a cut from that, but I'm not. I've purchased like a pile of these books and I just give them to people. And this is the first place that I came across this concept of the drama triangle. I believe it existed beforehand, but this is just a great book and I'm pulling these concepts from this. So if you like this, continue to come back to this channel. Also, I recommend grabbing yourself a copy of the book. So what is the drama triangle and how does it apply to your life as an artist? At any given moment in your life, you are living either consciously or non-consciously. So in other words, you are living with awareness and alignment with your ultimate truth, or you are functioning in unaware pre-programming that keeps you falling back into habitual patterns and they keep you stuck. So we need to expand our self-awareness and take accountability for our lives through conscious choices. This drama triangle will illuminate whether you are slipping into one of three unconscious roles that keep you in a perpetually limited cycle. So let's take a look. We have the victim, the villain, and the hero. Now, all of us take on these personas, one of them, sometimes multiple at the same times, at different times in our lives. However, it's likely that you are prone to one more than the others. And so I'm going to warn you here that once your eyes open to this, you'll begin to see how 99% of humanity is constantly committed to being stuck in the drama triangle. Every time you have a conversation, every time you log on social media and you look at the comments, you will see people living out and clinging tightly to their identity within this drama triangle. So what are they? You have the victim. And this is the role that I see most struggling artists taking on. And if you're the victim, you are at the effect of what? Like anything. It can be the industry, attention spans, not having enough time or money, the current state of the world, whatever it is. And so like all illnesses, if you notice the symptoms, you can trace that to the source of the disease. And in this instance, if you notice yourself saying some of these phrases or thinking this way, that will point you to the fact that you are in victim mindset. So notice if you hear yourself saying things like, it's not fair. People don't value me or my art. I'm too tired. You don't get it. I just don't know how to market. I have to sacrifice myself for my artistic integrity. These are the personas falling within the victim mindset. So if you find yourself bitching about constantly being at the effect of the injustices, the difficulties, the gatekeepers, whatever else, you have an opportunity to consciously step outside of that mindset and instead find ways to empower yourself, learning a new approach, overcoming any of these particular challenges. And next up is the villain. And the villain is committed to blaming others or even themselves. So when you're in this framework, you limit your creative awareness. You believe you are correct and you're solely focused on finding out who is at fault. Here are some of the phrases that will shed some light if you are in this mindset. It won't work. I won't sacrifice my artistic vision. In other words, my way or the highway. I'm right. I'm so stupid. And what's at the heart of this is the need to be in control, having an enemy to conquer, and the deep belief that there is one way. And quite often it is your way. And instead, what you can do is invite collaboration, distance your ego from the art itself, and just look at it from more of a detached attitude by seeing what others can bring to it to make it flourish beyond your own limitations. And in my experience as a filmmaker, this is a must. It's one of the reasons why filmmaking can be so magical. It's because it's such a collaborative process. You can't do it alone. So there must be genuine sharing of ideas, collaboration, trusting in each other's gifts. And when it becomes that contributive environment, something greater than the sum of its parts can be created. And it's really beautiful. So it really is impossible to do filmmaking on your own, at least until AI takes over. So my time's limited, maybe. The final role in the drama triangle is the hero. And the hero is someone who's trying to find temporary relief. The key word here is temporary. It's kind of the idea of toxic positivity. A great collaborator and a great leader actually is very solution-oriented, but the hero reacts to challenges by just making them go away. What's at the heart of this is their inability to be present with discomfort and work through real solutions with expansion. And so you are operating as the hero when you say something like, let's just get along. Let's just have fun. You're doing great. I can do it. Something about the I can do it is just kind of taking on more responsibility than you're actually able to follow through on. So these may on the surface actually seem like really good things to say, but underneath the surface, what's really going on with the hero is that you're covering unexpressed frustrations, and these build into resentments over time. This is the classic nice guy who you can't really trust because he never really says truly what's in his heart or her mind. And they're a bypasser. They escape discomfort by going into drugs or sex or alcohol or just mindless entertainment rather than dealing with reality. Good vibes only, man. Just here for a good time. So again, positive mindset is great, but this persona of avoidance actually makes more of a mess of things by not being able to engage responsibly. The key with any of these roles that maybe you're playing out in the drama triangle is to simply notice your pattern without judgment. Just notice it. Notice your thoughts. Notice your words. And notice the energetic feeling that happens. It's usually quite taxing, draining. Whereas the opposite is when you are in flow, when you're open and the energy is channeling into incredible creativity. So if you choose to change that disposition that you're in, you're making a conscious choice to empower yourself, you can do a few things here. I'm going to offer you some tools now. One is breathe deeply and slowly into your stomach for 10 minutes. Reframe your perspective to consider that the opposite of your current belief may be true. Understand that your greatest resistances are also your greatest teachers. And this is very simple. Just ask yourself, am I willing to be wrong? It's not to say you are wrong, but are you willing? Because when you approach things, any other person, even just approaching working on your art, from a point of genuine curiosity, you may actually develop yourselves more deeply and learn something that you needed to learn. And this applies to whatever you're doing, whether you're a writer, a painter, a musician, a dancer, a photographer. There are people who have the career that you want. So investigate the how of that possible path rather than telling yourself it's not possible. Notice these resistances, notice these identities you're taking on as you are pursuing that career that you actually do want for yourself. Do you want to play the victim, villain, or hero? I mean, you can if you want. That's your choice. Your life is your choice. But you also have the opportunity to act differently and to change the energy from which you move into the life of being a successful artist. Drama makes art fun, beautiful, and it makes us feel alive. But we can save that drama for the artwork itself. None of us need to be living in a constant cycle of drama to communicate the depths of love, lust, loss, joy, and anger. So step outside of that and make the most of your career as an artist from a better state of mind, flow, and energy. Is the industry out to get you? Our audience is just too stupid to understand your art? Do you just want to be an artist and not have to deal with things like social media and marketing? Are you just trying to have fun, like see where it goes? Maybe each of those perceptions are actually invitations to learn something new about who you are, learn about your industry, and take your power back to employ a new approach that will ultimately lead you to more success. Now that you're becoming aware, what do you choose for yourself?